Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 and another episode of the Naval Powerhouse series. This time we are heading back to South America and we're taking on a challenge because we are playing as Colombia and we're going after the My Ships Don't Lie achievement. However, I already have it, so it won't actually pop, but we can still fulfill the requirements. I did actually get it in another video, but nobody saw that, and for good reason, because it was terrible. And yes, I did nick Shakira for the thumbnail again. But anyway, let's turn Colombia into the Masters of the Sea. So, Colombia, we start with a lovely navy of 2 destroyers. Wow, we have got a lot of work ahead of us, I must be honest. So, we start with the generic focus tree for once, because you always ask me to do it, and apparently it's overpowered. However, it is not overpowered for navy, so we get 3 dockyards, is about as good as it gets. So, naval effort, 70 days for 3 dockyards. Some doctrine bonuses, but doesn't cover the doctrine we actually want to go, and then we just get some reduced penalty ahead of years and 100% bonuses to a ship, basically a destroyer, a cruiser, a sub, and a heavy one. So the whole of this isn't great, so we'll just start off with the old political effort for 120 pp. We are democratic with Alfonso in charge. We do have the Monroe Doctrine, which we are going to abuse to hell in this run to be able to get us better. So the plan is we're going to need to, well, start off, we're going to need to revive Bolivar's legacy and get a few cores on Ecuador and Venezuela and a few other bits. Research-wise, we don't really start with a lot of naval, a bit of destroyers. So we'll start with early cruisers because we're going to need to bully our neighbours with our navy. And we'll do a little bit of research bonus before we switch over to industry. We're going to take our army as well, 6 divisions of barely equipped units, and we're just going to delete them because we are going to be cheesing a little bit later on. Now the plan today, obviously we need 10 carriers and 10 battleships, so we're going to take all of South America for the manpower, and then we're going to use the United States to fund our new navy, and then eventually we'll, knock out the Allies and destroy their navy. So that is the plan. Political effort done, so we'll go and get our favourite brown shirt party man and get that ticking up, because obviously we are going brown party so we can invade. We are democratic, which means we can't go this collectivised ethos, which is a bit annoying. I really wish they'd change that so we can change ideologies. Otherwise, it's going to take a while. So we'll just go and get our 3 dockyards for now so we can start getting some cruisers on the go. I do need to start training just one little division, and we won't put anywhere he's going to deploy just yet. Now, because we don't have collectivised ethos, it's going to take so long for us to change, so we're just going to prepare for civil war, and we're going to cheese our way through the civil war. So I need to hit expand civil support because I need lower stability to be able to actually trigger it. So I need less than 50%. So we're going to have to hit that twice, and then we'll be able to trigger the civil war. And with the civil war off, we have split off, and we are our new party. We will just deploy our brand new division. So we get him half equipped and ready, and then we're just going to beeline straight for the capital, and we should be able to get there before they manage to get any divisions out, and it will just completely cap them. And there goes the Civil War 1. Lovely jubbly. We'll just delete that unit, and we've got another one in production ready again. We will start now by getting our declaration on Venezuela while they are weak. So 240 days. We are only September 36. We're so far ahead of if we waited to change. And I will build a dockyard. No, we'll change that for a mill actually, because I'm going to lose the land again at the coastline. The Colombian Spring, we have another civil war because we just don't have enough support for our ideology yet. So not a problem, because we have another division here. We'll just release him and we'll be able to get him in before they release another unit. And there goes another civil war. So we're going to have to keep doing this annoyingly until we get enough. So we'll train up another unit ready. We can now and go get collectivised ethos though, so we get that democratic support down quicker. I think it needs to be about 30% before we stop these little civil wars. And speak of the devil, we will leave it as long as possible because we are still preparing our next division to come out. Let's just design some cruisers. So a light cruiser with a little bit of light attack. This should be enough to basically destroy the rest of South America's navy, so we can do some naval invasions later on. We are at 34%, so that should be more than enough to stop these civil wars from happening now, which means we can go and just get a load more units out because we have got Venezuela to deal with, and we want their lovely, lovely oil and the land to core later. What do they have? Probably about 7 divisions, which is absolutely fine. We'll have more than them. They'll start attacking and we'll move on in, so we'll get another mill to get our industry going a bit more. They are trying to force attack their way out, but we can do a little last stand, and we might have to move a few units over, especially here in this plain tile. Luckily, we got 2 next door, so we'll just move them over. They're falling back. There's a tile here that they've left really stupidly, so we will just immediately move in there. We might be able to get a couple of divisions knocked off from them here. Italy has sent us military support. Thank you very much, because we are at a bit of a deficit, so we now are a surplus of equipment, so we can get a few more divisions out. Transport ships are research, which means we can get our 4 divisions here onto naval invading behind their line, and because they haven't got many divisions are distracted, we should just be able to cap them with their victory points. And there goes Venezuela. A bit of equipment for us as well. We'll just take all of their land. Thank you very much. Some lovely, lovely oil to fuel our navy. And Ecuador... No, we'll go Panama, actually, because they're at a little bit of risk of being guaranteed by the Allies. So we'll start declaring on Panama now. I do need an admiral, so we will go and pick up best of the best so we get a better starting level of them. We'll see what we can get for free. So not bad. 2 attack, 5 defense. We'll give it one more go. No, we'll stick with the original guys. We have our admiral who is not too shabby. There goes Ecuador. So another one bites the dust. And we are just left with, after taking all their land, 1 tile of Peru, I believe. So we'll go and get our front line onto Peru. They are probably going to be the hardest people to knock out, but we should be alright with some naval invasions. I think that's all we need. Yeah, we need 1 tile, which I believe is this one here. Yeah, Loreto from Peru. So once we've got that, we can core everything we have conquered so far. I can force attack my way in here. We should get a few of them surrounded, which is good. Germany is now kicking off the WW2, so some guarantees might start getting thrown about. I don't have naval supremacy, so let's get them out on patrol because they might then engage me. We'll just go this 1 sea zone next to Peru. I think my navy's better than them. We just need to damage and put them in port. Here we go. Peru has arrived. Yeah, destroyer down, 2 destroyers. The rest will be damage. Our light cruisers are doing easy work with this small navy, so that should give us naval supremacy. Peru want to offer peace for a bit of territory. We don't want that. We want all of it. And we should be able to just walk into their victory point. No, they moved 1 unit annoyingly. And there goes Peru, finally. Wasn't too difficult. They soon move their units north so we can easily naval invade. And there we go. We'll take all of their land and we can finally hit the core button. And step 1 of our achievement is done. We are the Bolivar Empire. And we have some lovely new manpower, factories, and resources. Gonna go after Brazil next, and then we're gonna use their manpower to fuel our war against the US. Let's get some carriers on the go. So we'll go hangar space, we'll do anti-air. Don't have a radar or anything. I've got the best engine. We'll leave secondary. We'll just max out these hangars, and then we'll have 80 planes. Bit expensive, but they should pack a big punch. We are going to need 10 of these bad boys, so let's go and get 5 each. They are named after our glorious members as a thank you to them, so they will set sea for Colombia as carriers, and hopefully you'll sink a lot of ships for us. Now, Brazil does actually have a bigger army and a bigger navy than us, but luckily we can get our invasion off still. They're obviously not out and about. Oh no, we have more divisions, sorry. We do have more divisions, so we are tying some up here in these little corridors of the Amazon so we can naval invade behind. Oh, almost there. 92%. Couple more provinces. We have basically taken it all. They are guarding the capital now, which is a bit annoying, but we'll beeline to it and see if we can grab enough. With Brazil done, we are looking a very chunky boy. So I feel like I can get Chile and Argentina out the way. We have got our war goal in Chile coming up very soon. We're currently making some new carriers. There is the war goal that I speak of. I mean, very soon is now, so we need to get our men in divisions in. Let's get some heavy ships on the go. I need these to be cheap, so we'll go with a bit of anti-air, fire control. I don't have radar, but I won't put it in. Engine, we'll do secondary battery, and then we'll just do 1 more heavy. So they've got a bit of good heavy attack and stuff, and they're fairly cheap and fast. So we'll get, well, 10 of these out, which is lovely. I'd like to get all of this built by 1945, but we will wait and see. And there goes Argentina with some lovely, lovely equipment. I love the South Americans. They just love mass-producing equipment. We'll just go and take all the land, and that'll be our conquering of South America done. I'll leave the other nations because I don't really want to bring them in. They're not going to backstab us anyway. So we are declaring on Mexico because the US isn't currently in, so I should be able to naval invade them, and it will give us a lovely front line immediately with the US for us to jump in straight away when they join. We have got our first carrier out. The Epic Spartan is up and sailing, so we can add that in. Definitely will give us enough naval supremacy to jump in. We should be able to land here, which is okay. Japan's declared on the Philippines, so the US will join fairly soon. What are we in August? I can't remember exactly when they join, but it is pretty soonish. So hopefully we can get Mexico out the way first. The US has joined. No, we need to knock Mexico out. We have literally 1 or 2 more tiles, and that should be them done. Oh, there goes the US. They have joined. I mean, we're okay, but as long as we can take that tile and knock them out, we're okay. Right, there goes Mexico. A few bits of equipment. We aren't set up on the front line, annoyingly, so we'll have to delete this. Probably means we're not going to be able to push out from Mexico because the territory here is terrible. I wanted a surprise attack, so it's not brilliant. I may as well go and get some allies from the Axis because I don't want them stabbing me in the back really either. Right, that's dealt with. We have pretty much conquered all of the allies. We're just using this to just cheese a little bit and spam a few divisions lost, so... you know, a little bit of cheese going on. I desperately need these lovely, lovely resources, especially the steel here in America. So I'm going to have to try and push out eventually because at the moment our shipbuilding skills are very poor because no one wants to give us enough steel. The US, there is a navy here, so I can't coastal invasion, annoyingly. We do own the canal, so it seems like no one is in the Caribbean or anything. So maybe we can jump on the East Coast. The Soviets here don't appear to be doing too well. No, they are definitely not doing too... 95% capitulation. Okay, the Axis are soon going to be able to come and help us pretty quickly once the Soviets are done. Right, another carrier. So we've got 3 carriers out. They have moved a bit of fleet to the Caribbean, which is annoying. They've tried to push through a bit, and we managed to get a little encirclement here, but I've got no real chance of being able to push north, I must be honest. We seriously need some steel. It's just ruined absolutely everything. I can't get these ships out. We will obviously reduce them so we can get more on the go, because we are getting more dockyards still, but I need some steel. Right, our naval invasion is off. Let's get that on hold because I do not want them engaging anything. I cannot afford to lose any ships just yet. Plus, we haven't really got enough cover. Hopefully, there's no one in Florida here. One horsey boy in Miami, that is it. So he will easily be knocked out and we can land. Hopefully, we can push out. They don't seem to be mobilizing quick enough to stop us. So we should be able to get quite a good beachhead. Should be able to, yeah, nice little encirclement there. And that's a lot of tank divisions in there as well. So that's good. They are the ones sort of dealing a bit of damage to us. They are really not defending their land. I mean, there's a bit of steel there, which we're going to go for. They are just not deploying quick enough. They're just still on the border of Mexico, so we will just make massive use of the US being a little bit incompetent here. Oh, we finally got some steel. Thank God for that. We are waiting for a bit of manpower is the problem. We are just a little bit off getting the extra manpower from Brazil, but because we will obviously need that to get our units out. But we have taken sort of the northeast of America and all the steel there, which is nice. I'm going to need something that packs a punch. So we'll get some of our light crews out. 1940, load of light attack, speedy boys. This will tear through the screens for us, and then our carriers and big battleships can mop up afterwards. Let's go get our other fleet, and we'll join that up with the main one. Well, not join it up, but we'll have 2 task force now, both with some carriers, some cruisers, and some destroyers. So that should be enough. All trained up from the training. We do have these spotter ones in here, so we'll just quickly whip them out, and then we'll get them on patrol to actually find something. Finally, our first proper naval battle of the actual game of a naval run. So we haven't got any screening, which is because we haven't got any heavy ships. So I better actually be a little bit careful with these. We need our capital ships out, aka our battleships. I probably should have done a few heavy cruisers while I wait, but never mind. We are also over now because the other task force... I didn't realise... I thought it was only per task force. I didn't realise if they both attack, you get the same air traffic limitation. So there's absolutely no point having more than one task force with a carrier in a admiral here to join a battle. Trying to run away. I'm trying to run away because we definitely don't want to engage this. We are so not ready for that with our screening. Right, all our carriers are out, which is good. We've sunk a few of their cruisers and destroyers, actually. I can take LA here. We'll just keep pinning this one. I know I can't actually do anything, but it'll just stop them walking in. And that should... It does look at... Yes, USA is done. 100,000 guns we got from that. And more importantly, probably a load of manpower in a second, and a load of factories and resources. So we'll quickly get our army on the Canadian border. But we are looking good. So we have got all the steel we possibly need. We do need a bit of chromium, so we'll go and just trade that with Bulgaria. We'll lose a few transport ships, but it doesn't really matter too much. Load of industry, but we just don't really need it anymore. We just need to wait until our new battleships are out. I've got a few battleships out, well, 3 in each task force, so a little bit of cover now for our carriers. So I'm happy for them to go out and start fighting the Allies, although we have all green sea. This is definitely going to see whether having some crappy battleships is better than specialising and, you know, having only a couple, but they are much better quality. So we'll wait and see on that front. Do the US even have a fleet? Oh, yes, they have a humongous fleet. Brilliant. Where on earth are they there if they're not round us? There's a fair bit around UK. Probably some of that is the US. I assume the Japanese are engaging the other one. So we'll probably expand a little bit on this and then we'll get them over to Britain. There might be some in repair. So, well, I can see at least a carrier there. So let's just take these little islands in the Caribbean and see if that forces them out of the dockyards. I've released one, but I cannot catch it. We're not fast enough. It's just retreating away. So this is why a speedy navy is probably more important, because we just cannot get that. Right, our first big battle though. Here we have 4 carriers and a couple of battle cruiser. We've got HMS Hood in this. Hopefully we can get rid of that. Pride of the fleet gone. Just need to get through. Oh, I was going to say the destroyers, but we've already taken down a carrier, which is good. The Epic Spartan with the first big kill of the game, and Hood. The real Robert has taken out the Hood. They are definitely going to take a hit in their war score. We are a little bit too many of ships in the air though, or planes in the air, sorry. This must be a repairing battleship, and they stand absolutely a 0 chance. And the Epic Spartan with another 2 battleships down as well. Go on, my son, nicking those. Oh, we are catching everything. There goes destroyers, destroyers, and destroyers. Hopefully we can get a few of these battleships captured. Oh, they are pulling away. No, we didn't. I don't think we got any there. No, 38 destroyers and 6 cruisers is nothing to grumble about. We have re-engaged though, which is good. Yeah, they're definitely done for with no screens now. Did we actually get them all in that? Yeah, we did. 3 battleships and 4 cruisers. Very nice. Sunk to the bottom. We'll definitely take that. Another blow for the US. I knew the US were all over this side of the Atlantic. They have managed to get away with all their carriers, but we are smashing through their screens as usual, and we will catch up with their capital ships later. There's a few carriers. There's 2 carriers gone. There's another one. Not in that one. Where was this? 4 carriers they've lost. 4 bloody carriers. They are losing ships fast now. And this would be where we get our lovely achievement for 10 carriers, 10 battleships, and we fawn Gran Colombia. So there we go. Another ships won't lie achievement done. I'll pop it up here as a fake one. But yeah, there we go. We just need to finish the allies off here. So there's a load more battleships gone. The Epic Spartan with another one as well. Couple more. Hopefully we can get a couple more of these battleships. Yeah, I think that was all of them. I don't think they managed to. No, we only got 2, which is a bit of a shame. Did we catch? Oh, no, there's 4. Yeah, okay, we are absolutely smashing through them now. What have they actually got left? 12 carriers and 18 battleships left. My God, they have absolutely mass-produced. I mean, we are in end of 1946 now, so not surprising. Where's the US? Up here in Alaska. What have you got left? Shit ton as well. Brilliant. Did we actually manage to get anything in that? Nothing in that one. Just a load of destroyers and a few cruisers. I think we've caught... Oh, we have caught battleships there, which has just been sunk. Yeah, there's another one gone. Another one by the Epic Spartan as well. This is just endless. Can we get these carriers, though? 4 carriers, which are trying to pull out. We got 1, but 3 disappeared, unfortunately. So that is 1 down. Hopefully we can catch the others. There's some battleships. Oh, they sunk a battleship. I probably should have got my navy into repair, but screw it. I really should have put my navy into repair, but I was going sort of balls in there. We won't do any repairing, and I've lost everything, haven't I? Yep, that's the whole fleet just gone. That was quite a bit of a mistake. So I've only got 1 navy left now, so we've got to be very careful on this. We'll start crushing our way through, and then I might have to invade England before we get this sunk and lose all our naval supremacy. The Portuguese have come out and immediately got sunk, so yeah, I bet they regret joining the war there, but there we go, that's the Portuguese done. Yeah, let's get our naval invasion off before we lose supremacy. We should be able to do it here. I mean, Britain probably won't have a lot here, but we will force our way on at least. They do actually have a lot in Portsmouth by the looks of it. 4 carriers and 1 destroyer. Britain, this is pretty foolish of you, I must be honest. Why would you engage our landing force with this? There's 2 carriers done. Pride of the fleet, hopefully we can get as well. I think we got the last one. That's where it ended. Oh, we got a battleship before as well. I missed that. 3 ships. There we go. 4 carriers done and dusted. Another Pride of the Fleet done for the British. Oh, 1 lonely damaged carrier. That is got 0 chance. There goes that one as well. That's another carrier down for the British. And have they got? They've got quite a bit left, but I think we'll just cap it now. I don't know if I can be bothered. And there goes Britain and the Allies done. We have got majority of the war score, so we'll go and claim whatever we want, really. And there we go. We own all of the Americas. The Bolivar Empire is thick boy. We did also take South Africa and a bit of Malaysia and Dutch East Indies. Let's have a quick look at, well, our fleet is half, so we've only got 5 battleships and 5 carriers. What did we end up? The exchange rate is not brilliant. Last year we did 0 heavy, but we sunk 14, which is good. And we sunk 2 carriers. And the current year, we actually lost 5 and only sunk 1. And that's definitely wrong, because we sunk way more US than that. But yeah, not entirely our best run, if I'm honest. This was definitely a test of quantity over quality, and on the previous runs I would definitely say quality is better. Having 10 terrible battleships is just not very good. It's all about the heavy cruisers and carriers. So there we go, Colombia, we did manage to get the achievement and we got our 10 ships, but it didn't end up too well in terms of our navy. We obviously have conquered all of the Americas, so all good with that side of it. Let me know where you want me to go next. I'll definitely go back to someone with a focus tree. Big shout out to our members as always. Thank you for supporting the channel. Subscribe if you want to see more, and peace out.